Hello, everyone. Good night. How are you?
Good night, teacher.
Good
Good night,
night.
teacher.
Let me check, please. All right. Okay. Remember that in our last class, we talked about the future time clauses and we did a conversation practice, right? So today we are going to do the practice, all right, the written practice. And right now, I will be sharing with you guys the link, okay? Future time clauses. Okay, there you go. It's already, I think, on the chat. Let me see. All right, there you go. So remember, please, what future time clauses are about. We say that future time clauses can follow the next order, right? We have the time clauses: when, as soon as, until, once, before, after, while, and all of them are followed with the simple present tense and then a comma. And the main clause can use will, an imperative, or a modal verb. And here we have the examples given, right? So please work on the practice, and when you finish, let me know. Were you able to access the practice? This is the practice that you guys are working on right now. Future time clauses. And here you have two examples. And you have to complete these 15 sentences, please. And then you have to send it. Okay, that's the practice then. Please, when you finish, let me know. Hello, Andres. How are you? I think you're okay. Now your audio is connected. That's great. How are you, Andres? Oops, we cannot hear you. Okay, never mind. Don't worry. Please look on the settings in Zoom so you can connect your audio, and I will be sending you the practice
Do
that
you
we are
hear
working.
me? Do you hear me now?
Yes, now I do.
Okay.
Great. So we are working on a practice about future time clauses. So I'm sending you right now the link of the practice, okay? So you can work on. How are you, Michaela? Good night.
Hi, good night.
We're working on a practice. Remember that on Wednesday we said that we were going to leave the practice for today. So
Okay,
here is the link. I already sent it to you on the chat. Please
okay,
click on the link, access to the practice, and do the exercises. They are 15
okay,
sentences that you guys have to complete with the future time clauses. All right? Follow
okay,
the
thanks.
explanation that you have here. Thank you. All right, everyone, are you about to finish with the practice or you guys need more time? Remember that whenever you guys are sending the practice, you have to just type in your name and then the abbreviation for the institution, EE, and on class, just A13 because, oh, A11, sorry. That's the course that you guys are taking, A11. All right, as you can see, I got some practices already. Jose Miguel, Brian, Andres. That's it. We are 7 participants, so you guys need to hurry, okay? So we can begin checking your answers. Jose Miguel, you send a lot of practices, so I will delete just some of them, okay? Okay. I need to get at least 2 more practices so we can begin checking your answers, guys. So if you are about to finish, let me know. Or if you need more time, also please. All right, I think we can begin now checking our practice. I got most of your practices, so let's see. Let's check on Andres' practice, okay? So we are only going to check the ones that got a mistake on it, all right? The first one, I need a volunteer for reading the statement, but the correct one. What future time clause did you wrote on the first space? Who would like to read, please, the complete sentence?
When when it gets dark, I will light the fire.
All right. Yes, as you see here, the two possible options for this statement was as soon as or when. Thank you. Let's go on number 6. Please, I need another volunteer for number 6.
I haven't seen him since he left this morning.
Okay. Yes, correct. Simple past. Left. Number 8. Guys, another person, please. For number 8.
After 8, teacher.
Yes, number 8. But the
Okay.
correct one.
Okay. As soon as he when finish when to finish his project, he will go on vacation.
All right. It was just the simple present tense. He finishes. So
Okay.
as soon
Sorry,
as,
sir.
yes, it's okay. Don't worry. So the two possible options were as soon as or when. He finishes his project, he will go on vacation. Let's go with number 13 or number 9, please. Someone else? Guys, I will show you the answer. Guys, someone please, for reading this sentence.
We will go to bed as soon as the program ends.
Correct. And number 13. Please, number 13. That's the correct answer. I'm showing the answer.
When when I take this medicine, I will feel better.
Thank you very much, Brian. Great. So the only thing we have to remember is to be very careful whenever we are choosing the clause, and also remember that we are using the first tense is the simple present and the second one is the future, right? That's it, nothing else. All right, guys, so let's please move on, and we're going to leave the vocabulary for the end, or maybe we can do it right now. So with future time clauses, we finished checking all the grammar for according to the first unit. All right. Let's move on to vocabulary with unit number 2. And the vocabulary that we are going to review and we are going to see on the activities are going to be the phrases related with the word keep. As you know, keep is a verb, all right? And here we have some of the phrases that are using this verb and the meaning and an example of it. Keep back. What is the meaning of keep back? Keep back means to not go near something or to prevent someone or doing something from going past a particular place, right? This is the meaning of keep back, to not go near something. And here we have the example given. Please, Ileana, can you read the example?
Barriers were built to keep back the flood water.
Yes. Thank you. So that means that they build these barriers to keep, not to not go near, to prevent of the flood. The next word or the next phrase, keep going. The meaning of keep going is to continue in the same way as before. All right, and the example, please, Luciana.
Okay, if things keep going like this, we'll have to close the business.
All right. Do you understand the meaning of keep going? Guys?
Yes.
All right. The next one. Oops. Yes, and the next definition is also another one of keep going. That it says to continue to do something or to live normally in a difficult situation. Sometimes it was hard to keep going, but we did it for the children's sake. All right. Also, so keep going has two meanings. The first one, to continue in the same way as before, and the other one, to continue to do something or to live normally, in this case, with the example, to live normally in a difficult situation. It's just as we say, go with our lives. And the next phrase, keep it down. Please, I need someone to read the definition and the example of this phrase, keep it down.
I can't see. Okay. Keep it down to be quieter.
Yes.
Hey, you guys, keep it down in there. I'm on the phone.
Yes. That means to be in silence, right? Keep it down. Is lower your voice, lower the sound, the noise. Okay? Any doubts or questions with these phrases? Keep back, keep going, and keep it down?
Keep it down is using in imperative situation.
Yes,
All right.
exactly. Someone else? Any other maybe comment, question, or doubt? All right. I think we can move on with the next couple of phrases that we have. Keep out of something. What is the meaning of keep out of something? Please, I need another volunteer for reading this. The definition and the examples.
Okay, keep out of something to prevent yourself or someone else from involvement in something. Carefully Marilyn keeps out of the public aid and away from Washington. And don't use credit cards and you will keep out of debt.
Yes. So keep out of something means to prevent yourself, okay, or someone else in doing something. Okay, this phrase is for prevention. So let's go please with the next phrase. Also, here we have two definitions on keep out of something. Also means if you keep one thing out of another thing, you prevent them from influencing each other. And here we have another example given. You should keep your personal life out of your work. Okay? To keep one thing out of another thing. And this is something very common that we hear, no? Keep your personal life out of your work. Be professional. All right, the next phrase. Keep someone guessing. What is the meaning of this and the example, please? Another person to read the definition and the example.
Keep someone guessing. To cause someone to be uncertain. The idea was to keep the enemy guessing until the attack had actually begun.
Correct. So keep someone guessing to cause someone to be uncertain. So not telling the person what you are going to do next. All right. And the last phrase, keep someone posted. Please, I need someone else to read the meaning and also the example given.
Keep someone posted to make sure someone knows what is happening. I in a
Especially,
situation that, especially in a situation that is quickly changing. The doctors keep me posted about her condition.
yes. So keep someone posted is to make sure someone knows what is happening. Okay, when you are constantly saying to the person what is going on. In this case, in the example given, doctors always keep their patients posted, right? Whenever they have any disease or something that can affect them very, very much, they keep the people posted on how their condition is. All right, guys, any doubts or questions about these phrases that we review? No doubts, no questions? All right, let's move on there. So for the grammar part in this unit, you guys are going to review the simple past tense, and this is a grammar structure that we have seen before last month. Nevertheless, I think it is very important for us to review one more time, all right? So whenever we are talking about the simple past tense, we have to remember that there are two grammar tenses that can be used to express the simple past. And those are the verb to be and also the simple past with the auxiliary did. We are going to see how is the structure on each and one of them. To make positive examples with the verb to be in the simple past, we need a subject in a sentence, the verb to be in the past, was or were, depending on the subject, and the complement. Okay, and here we have an example. They were friends. Whenever I want to make an affirmative example using the simple past with verbs, I need to think what verb am I going to use? And this verb, as you know, verbs are classified in two groups, regular and irregular. Therefore, I need to know if the verb I'm going to use in the past is belongs to the first or to the second classification. In case that it belongs to the regular classification, then my verb is going to be ending in ed. And I can add a time word like this word yesterday. But if I don't add any time word, it's okay too. She worked. I understand that this is in the past. Why? Because my action is in the past. So there's no need for time words. But if you want to add time words like last year, last month, 2 days ago, yesterday, you can. All right. It gives more emphasis to the sentence that it's an action that happened in the past. So she worked yesterday. Those are affirmative examples. What happens to negative examples? Whenever I want to make a negative example using the verb to be in the past, I just have to add the word not. So I will say was not, were not, or wasn't, weren't. The example given is here. They weren't friends. She wasn't a doctor. That's the negative for the verb to be in the simple past. What happens to negative statements using the auxiliary? Here, there are two things that change whenever we want to write negative examples. The first one is that we are using the auxiliary in the negative form, didn't, or you can also write did not. And my verb that in the affirmative was in the simple past must be in the base form. Why? Because the function of the auxiliary is to modify or change the verb into the past. That's why I don't need my verb to be in the past. It just needs to be in the base form. So, she didn't work yesterday. That's the past. To make questions, as we know, always in all the grammar tenses, the auxiliaries come before the subject. So, were they friends? Yes, they were. No, they weren't. For the simple past, using the auxiliary, my auxiliary must be in the positive, okay, in the affirmative way, did, followed by the subject, followed by the verb in the base form. Again, here, base form. Why? Because I'm using the auxiliary. And this auxiliary is modifying my verb. It's making the verb in the past. Did she work yesterday? Yes, she did. No, she didn't. So remember here, whenever I use auxiliaries in questions in negative examples, my verb must be in the base form. Only in the affirmative sentence, my verb is in the simple past tense. Got it? Doubt or question still here? Guys.
Anyone?
It's okay.
All right. Yes, this is something that we have seen before, so you guys know. Okay, and here we are going to see again about the usage and some examples about it. We use the simple past tense whenever we want to express completed actions in the past. Like here in the example, I saw a ghost last Friday. Past action. Also to describe a series of completed actions in the past, like I finished work, walked to the beach, and found a nice place to swim. So, series of completed actions. Finish work, walked to the beach, and found a nice place to swim. To express habits in the past. When I was young, I watched lots of television every day after school. And also, we can use the simple past with the stative verbs like own, be, think, believe, know, dislike, need, owe, and wish. He had a small cottage in the woods. All right, this cottage word means a wood house, a house in the woods, una cabaña. So these are the usage and the examples. We are going to see this, how we use when and while. Okay, we're going to see that later on. Let's see. Now, we are going to make a conversation practice using the simple past. And I think that also we practiced some of these questions before. Nevertheless, we are going to remember them, okay? And as you see and read, all the questions are using the simple past tense. Some of them are using information questions and the other ones just simple questions. Yes, no answers. Let's begin with the first one. For everyone, what did you do yesterday? Guys.
I work almost all the day.
All right. What
I
about,
I work get out with my friend.
okay. What about the rest? What did you do yesterday? Guys, Andres, Brian, Dolly.
I worked all day.
All right.
I help my mother with some stuff.
Great. No one else? All right. Let's move on to question number 2. What time did you get up this morning?
I was get up at 10 a.m.
Okay. You got up at 10 a.m.
I
What
got
up?
up at 6:30.
Okay.
I got up at 8.
I got up at 9.
I got up at 5.
I get up at the 7 o'clock.
All right. Let's go to the next question. What time did you arrive in class today? Were you late? If yes, why? Guys, for the ones that were late. Or everyone?
I arrived at 7:45. I was late because I missed the time.
All right. It happens.
I arrived at 8:30 because I was late because I had a meeting before.
All right. What about the rest?
I arrived 8 o'clock. I was late because I have to work.
All right.
I arrived on time.
Okay.
I arrived late because I'm not staying in my house.
Okay. The next question. Where did you go to elementary school? Like primary school. Where? Do you remember?
I went to American Institute.
I went to Club of Kids Institute.
All right. What about the rest? Do you remember where you go to for elementary school?
I was Judith Caprirolo and school Cristianos in two school elementary primary.
All right. So Christian school. Someone else?
I went to La Salle School.
All right. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. Luciana, please, can you read the next question for everyone?
Okay, did you exercise or play sports last week? If yes, what kind? What kind?
Yes, it's correct. Kind.
I didn't exercise yesterday. Oh, last week, sorry.
I didn't too.
All right. Someone else would like to answer the question? All right. Let's move on to the next question. Did you watch TV last night? If yes, what program did you watch?
Yes, I did. I watched The Big Bang Theory.
Yes, I did. I was Shrek.
Yes, I
Yes, I
did.
did.
I watched ESPN.
Yes, I did. I watched The Mandalorian.
Yes, I did. I watched Grey's Anatomy.
All right. Michaela, you wanted to say something?
I didn't watch anything. I only watched TikTok.
Okay. The next question, please. Andres, can you read the question for everyone?
Yes. Did you do homework yesterday? If yes, what kind?
Yes, I did. The English homework.
Yes, the English homework.
So am I.
All right. I think everyone remember yesterday, right? About the assignments. Okay. Something very important also for the ones that didn't connect for the speaking practice yesterday is that all assignments for from week or unit number 1 are able till tonight. All right. The due date is tonight. So if you didn't do it yet, you have until today, midnight, to do it. All right. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Did you read a book or magazine last week? If yes, what did you read?
Yes, I did. I read Capsy.
No, I didn't read anything.
Yes, I did. I was read Cazador de Sombras.
All right. Jose Miguel, please, the next question.
Oh, hello, teacher.
Hi.
Were you happy yesterday? If yes, why? If no, why not?
Yes. How was your mood yesterday? Were you guys happy or angry?
Yes, I was because he's because I it is good.
All right. What about the rest?
Mm, mm, no, I was not because I didn't like cold water.
Yes, I was because I see my friend.
And yes, I was until I knew a notice. So then I was worried.
Yes, I was because it was raining.
Okay. Finish this sentence, please. Yesterday, because.
Yesterday I slept early because I was cold.
Yesterday, I ate in my in my office because I had to work in this place.
Yesterday, I cannot connect to the conversation practice because I have without internet.
Yesterday I was worried because I didn't have too much time to finish all the homework.
Yesterday, I went to the gym because I had to work out.
All right. Thank you for your answers. And with this practice, we review the grammar structure that we have seen. Simple past tense. All right. Let's please move on. Also, in unit number 2, you guys are going to be reviewing the past continuous tense, but the past continuous tense in the interrupted way, all right, with parallel actions. But first, let's please remember what is the past continuous tense and how is the structure. How can I make a positive or affirmative examples? As you see here, whenever I am talking about a continuous tense, this is a keyword. Why? Because as you know, continuous means gerund, okay? And the gerund is for the main action on the sentence. So all the verbs that I am going to be using with the present continuous tense must end in ing. And the grammar structure is the following. I always need to have a subject, and according to the subject I'm going to be using, I will use the simple past of the verb to be, either was for singular subjects or were for plural subjects. And they must be followed by the verb in the ing form. And if I want, I can add a complement. Here we have an example given. It says, we were staying in Paris. We can also say, he was working yesterday. Okay, they were cooking yesterday. All right, I can also add time words. As I said before, like in the simple past, I can use time words to make the sentence have more emphasis. Yesterday, last year, a week ago, 2 months ago. For making negative statements using the past continuous tense, the only thing we do is just add not to the auxiliary verb. So I can write the complete form, which is was not, or the contracted form, wasn't. All right, this is the only thing that is going to change to make negative statements. So I will say, she was not staying in her office. I wasn't staying in my grandmother's house. Here, you weren't or you were not staying in England. We weren't cooking in my friend's house. And here we have the example given. As you can see with both of the options, because we can use the contracted form or the complete form as well. We weren't staying in Paris, or we were not staying in Paris. It's your decision whether to use the contracted form or the complete form, all right? So, but it doesn't make the difference in a sentence, so don't worry. To make questions using the past continuous tense, as you know, for all the grammar tenses, we have to put the auxiliary before the subject. All right, this is very important. Placing the auxiliary verbs before the subject. So here we have a clear example. This is an affirmative statement. We were staying in Paris, and the way it works is the following. We are going to write down the auxiliary verb of the tense before the subject, and the subject is going to come after. So the question is going to be this one. Were we staying in Paris? Yes, we were. No, we weren't. Okay, and this is the past continuous tense. Doubts or questions, anyone? No? No doubts or questions? Okay, let's move on. As you know, information questions can be used in all the grammar tenses, all right? For singular and also for plural subjects, okay, depending on the auxiliary we are using. So, as you know, the question words are the following: who, what, when, where, why, how. Also here we are missing which, whose, okay? And we can form questions also in the past continuous tense with the information questions. Here is the structure. Information question, followed by the auxiliary, whether is, was, or where, the subject, and the verb in the gerund form. And if I want, I can add a complement. So, who was reading the newspaper? What were you crying about yesterday? When was he eating lasagna? Why was she cooking last night? How were you skiing? So as you can see, we use the information questions in all grammar tenses, and the main use for these ones are to get specific information. All right, that's the only use. So, and here we have the usage and also the examples, as I said before, that I was going to explain. We use the past continuous tense whenever we are talking or describing about parallel actions, like, while I was washing the dishes, I heard a loud noise. Here are my parallel actions: washing the dishes and hear a loud noise. Also, to describe what someone was doing at a particular point in time. I was working in the garden all day yesterday. Also, to express interrupted actions in the past, like, I was driving to work when I crashed my car. Here, we use when whenever we are making or whenever we are interrupting an action. Here, to describe repetition and irritation. He was always complaining in class. And this interrupted action, we are going to see more in detail the use, all right? Here, interrupted past. And whenever I am saying I was eating grapes, that means that it was an ongoing past action. No, it began in the past and it finished in the past. This is the present. And this is the future, okay? And this is the past. Whenever I am using the connector when, I am expressing an interrupted ongoing past action. That means that the action began in the past and was interrupted by another action and then continued. Okay, the other action continued. And this happened in the past. Here we have an example. I was eating grapes, interruption, when she arrived. As you see here, the second verb is in the simple past. And the first one is using the past continuous. The interruption must always be in the past simple. This is very important to remember. And this is the connector for interrupted past. Also, we can express parallel actions, as I said before. Two actions that were going on at the same time. This is the past. I was writing while she was dictating. Both verbs in the past continuous. And my connector to express parallel actions is while. while, parallel actions, and when, interrupted action. Okay, guys, doubts or questions? Till here. Any doubts or questions?
No.
All right. Are you guys ready to do the practice?
Yes.
Okay. So the practice now is going to be related to the simple past or the past continuous. So you have to decide according to the context whether if you are going to use the simple past or the past continuous. Okay, there you go. That's the link. Please click on the link and you will have automatic access to the practice. And this is the practice that you guys are going to be working on. Okay, past simple versus past continuous. So just deciding. And here, no? Also, remember, past continuous when interruption and then past simple. Past simple plus while and past continuous. Also, it is possible that whenever we are using while to have past continuous, it is possible too. But that's going to be depending on the context. All right, this is very important. So please complete these 10 examples with either simple past or past continuous. I will be sharing with you guys again the grammar. So you guys, in case you have any doubts or questions. When you finish, let me know so we can check your answers.
finish.
All right. So you guys are 7 participants. So if 4 finish, then we can begin checking your answers, all right? In case that you want to do the practice again, you can, all right? We can check this practice on next week, Monday. Right now, I will be launching the survey, all right? So if you could please vote on how was the class prepared, all right? This is the question that you guys have to answer, please. Three more students are missing. Now 2. All right, 1 more is missing, please. All right, there is 1 more person, but okay, I will finish the polling now. Okay, so we review the simple past, the past continuous, and the interrupted past, and also the 2 uses of the connectors when and while, all right? And we did a practice. You guys can finish the practice, and we will check your answers on Monday. Remember that all the assignments are open on the Pearson platform till tonight, midnight. So you only have hours to finish all the assignments. I think they are 36 or 34. All right. And on the weekend or tonight, better tonight, I will be sending you guys the quiz. That belongs to week number 1. So you guys can work on today if you want or tomorrow. And on Sunday, I will be opening the assignments for week number 2, and they will be open till Thursday, because on Friday, you guys will be taking the quiz. Okay? Andres, I know that you just joined the group, so I'm going to give you today and tomorrow, okay? So you can finish with the assignments on the platform.
Okay, thank you, teacher.
You're welcome. All right, everyone. Have a great weekend and see you on Monday. Good night.
Good night, teacher.
Good
Bye,
night.
good
Bye,
night.
everyone.
Good
Thanks.
night.
Bye. Good
You're
night.
welcome.
Good night. Bye.
Good night. Bye.